Have you ever wondered, where did it all begin? What's the origin story that binds humanity together? Today, we're going to explore one of the most well-known narratives that has shaped human understanding of the world. We're talking about the story of Adam and Eve. This tale, found in various religious texts, has been a cornerstone of theological discussion, moral teachings, and cultural debates. From the tranquil Garden of Paradise to the infamous forbidden fruit, the story of the first man and woman is a fascinating blend of divine intervention, free will, temptation, and consequence. It's a story that has been interpreted and reinterpreted, each time revealing new layers of meaning and insight. It's about more than just the creation of humanity. It's a profound exploration of human nature itself. So let's delve into the story that has been told and retold for centuries, the story of Adam and Eve. In the beginning, there was nothingness, and from this void emerged the first man, Adam, a figure molded from the dust of the ground, an entity conceived from the humblest of materials. Yet this creation was not complete. It was when the divine breath, the animating life force, was blown into him that Adam truly came to life. This act of creation, of bringing life from lifelessness, is a profound event that echoes deeply across religious texts. Adam's creation holds great significance. It symbolizes the beginning of humanity, the first spark of conscious life. It's a testament to the divine power that can shape life from the dust. It's a reminder that we, as humans, are both of the earth and of the divine. Hence, Adam, the first man, was born not from the womb of a woman, but from the dust of the earth. But Adam was not alone. From him came another, Eve, the first woman. In the hush of the divine garden, a miracle unfolded. From Adam's rib, God fashioned Eve, an act that signifies her integral role in the tapestry of existence. Not from his head to be above him, nor from his feet to be beneath him, but from his side to be equal to him and near his heart, to be loved by him. This act of creation was not merely physical, but symbolic. The narrative underscores human interdependence and companionship, asserting that men and women are fundamentally interconnected. Eve's creation from Adam's rib has been interpreted by some as a metaphor for the inherent unity of humanity, a testament to the divine design of companionship and mutual support. Thus, Eve came into existence, a companion for Adam, and together they lived in the Garden of Paradise. In the midst of paradise, there was a test, a tree bearing the forbidden fruit. Amid the lush greenery, the splendid beauty, and the rivers that flowed with milk and honey, there stood a tree unlike the others. It was not its appearance that set it apart, but the divine decree associated with it. This was the tree of knowledge, its fruit forbidden to Adam and Eve. Now let's bring our attention to a creature, slithering, cunning, and persuasive, the serpent. The serpent, with its silver tongue, saw an opportunity in Eve's curiosity and innocence. It whispered sweet promises of wisdom and godhood, painting a picture of glory and power that was hard to resist. The serpent convinced Eve that the forbidden fruit held secrets, the knowledge of good and evil, and that eating it would elevate her to a divine status. Eve, swayed by the serpent's words, reached out and plucked a fruit from the tree. The fruit, in all its forbidden glory, was captivating. Its scent was intoxicating, its appearance tantalizing. The allure was too much, and she took a bite. The sweetness of the fruit was overshadowed by the weight of the act she had just committed. Filled with new knowledge and a sense of dread, Eve returned to Adam. She shared with him the serpent's promises and her experience. Adam, in his love for Eve, also partook in the forbidden fruit. Their eyes opened to a new understanding, a new awareness that came with a heavy price. This act of disobedience, this tasting of the forbidden fruit, is a significant event in religious texts. It signifies the first act of disobedience against the divine command, a moment that introduced sin into the world. It was an act that, despite its seemingly small scale, had monumental consequences. With one bite, paradise was lost. The consequences of their actions were soon to follow. The tranquility of paradise was shattered, replaced with the harsh reality of their transgressions. The echoes of their disobedience would reverberate through time, marking the beginning of mankind's complex relationship with sin and redemption. Their act of disobedience led to their fall from grace, a profound truth and a pivotal moment in the narrative of Adam and Eve. The aftermath of their transgression was immediate and profound. They had tasted the forbidden fruit, and with it, they swallowed the bitter pill of knowledge, the awareness of their own nakedness. In the quiet aftermath, they heard the footsteps of the Almighty walking in the garden in the cool of the day. Fearful for the first time, they hid themselves from his presence among the trees of the garden. But there are no hiding places from the all-seeing, all-knowing Creator. He called out to them, a poignant echo of their lost innocence. "Where are you?" Their confession was reluctant, tinged with shame and regret, but there was no turning back. The damage was done. The fruit of their disobedience had been consumed and its effects were irreversible. The consequences were severe and immediate. Adam and Eve were banished from the Garden of Paradise, the place of their creation, the place of their communion with God. The gates of the garden were shut behind them, guarded by cherubim and a flaming sword that turned every way to keep them from the tree of life. They were condemned to a life of toil and hardship, an existence far removed from the peace and abundance they had known. Yet within this narrative of disobedience and punishment, there are lessons of immense value. The story of Adam and Eve is not merely a tale of fall and punishment. It's a narrative of human frailty, of the struggle between obedience and temptation. It's a reminder of the consequences of our actions, the price of disobedience. But it's also a story of hope, of forgiveness and redemption. Even in their fall, the seeds of redemption were sown. The promise of a Savior, of a path back to reconciliation with the Creator. Thus, the story of Adam and Eve serves as a reminder of the consequences of disobedience, but also of forgiveness and redemption.